Siyanamukela futhi Dlala Mzansi. Now, nominations for the province's most prestigious awards have opened and will once again be managed by the Gauteng Department of Sports, Arts, Culture and Recreation and the Gauteng Sports Confederation, who are calling on federations to nominate their participants. And to chat to us about the 2017 Gauteng Sports Awards nominations, General Secretary of Gauteng Sports, Yaseen Lombard, joins us on the show. Yaseen, thank you very much for taking the time to join us on the show.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Why the special call for nominations to nominate their athletes?
It's important that federations are the custodians of the sport, so they are involved in the development of the athletes. So they would have the first-hand knowledge of the athletes that are actually, doing well out there and that are excelling. So it's important that they actually put forward the people that they say the best within their particular code of sport, So, yeah, the call is to go out to the federations. But what we're also saying is that the public, you as the public, you're sitting out there, you know who are the best athletes. We don't know all of them. The federations, national federations or provincial federations don't know the athletes right down on the grassroots level. So you could also put down those nominations. So you have the opportunity to also raise those nominations up to us.
What sort of challenges has the Gauteng Sports Confederation received before when it comes to these nominations or having federations nominate their athletes?
I think it's been more a lack of information from the federations. I mean, last year we had a couple of federations, I'm not going to name them, really big federations, but I mean, world champion athletes, all they did was they wrote on the nomination form, athlete won 100 meters, athlete won the 200 meters. They didn't give you more in-depth information on the athlete, what the athlete does for his community. We want to see all of that when we're doing, when we're adjudicating on the nomination process. Not only just the athlete has won this, the athlete has won that. Whereas you have some of the lesser known sports, the minnow sports so-called, that gives you pages and pages of information on the athletes. And those are the athletes that seem to be winning these awards. So the bigger codes of sports, such as your soccers, your athletics and netballs and rugbies, they fail to come to the party and really nominate and give us information, Although we know what the athlete is really doing, the adjudicator, when the adjudicator sits there, the adjudicator needs the information, physical information. So if you as a federation don't really put that information in, your athlete is at a disadvantage.
Now, how have these challenges affected the awards themselves?
Well, if you looked at over the couple of years, we've had some really good talent that have been nominated and that have won the awards. But you'd see that there was a lack of the big sports that were there. The rugby names, the football names. There was a lack of that. And it just seems as though they didn't really care for these awards. But the good thing about it going forward now is that what we are doing now is the winners of these awards, we're going to try and put them forward to the National Sports Awards as well. So it gives them that second opportunity, the second tier opportunity. So the challenge has been that we've got 76 codes of sport registered in South Africa. And out of the 76 codes of sport, not everyone is nominating. So we want everybody to really come to the party and really show us that development is taking place in Gauteng and that we are unearthing great talent. And if we don't, the sports is that opportunity for you to do that.
Now, talking about lack of knowledge, what sort of criteria goes into nominating your athlete? What sort of criteria do you give to the federations to say your players need to have participated at this time to this time, and what sort of criteria?
Well, on the nomination form, there's a list of requirements. We ask how has the athlete performed nationally, provincially, internationally, and what positions have they attained. We also look at what has the athlete done towards transformatory issues within the sport. We also look at what has the athlete done as part of community service. So those are different things that we score you on as an athlete. What is the athlete doing in terms of uplifting himself? Maybe wanting to learn the rules and become a technical official, that type of a thing. So those are all the stuff that we actually score the athlete on. At the end of it, we add all the scores up. There's about 5 judges, 5 adjudicators, and the 5 adjudicators then take all the scores together, and then the top athlete actually comes up.
And what process do these confederations go through in nominating their athletes, and how do the federations themselves at the end of the day benefit?
How does a federation benefit? Well, look, first of all, your athlete benefits. So your athlete becomes a well-known product in the community of Gauteng as well as South Africa, because we then move the athlete up to the national awards. And from there, the athlete would then, the federation then benefits by becoming a well-known federation. The federation gets some kind of prize money that goes towards it, towards the athlete, and it will assist the athlete in participating in various other events, be it national, international, or whatever the case might be. But the idea is you as an athlete to give recognition to you as the federation to give recognition to your athletes. You know, the athlete has performed throughout the year. So at the end of the year, the athlete wants to be able to be recognized not only by you, but by his peers, as well as by the rest of the community of Gauteng.
Kagiso Rabada, Alessa Conley, Dando Mahlangu were the big winners in the 2016 awards. What are you expecting this year when you look at the playground?
Look, I mean, we're expecting some good nominations this year. I mean, you know, you had Sundowns, you had the Golden Lions. You had some great world champions coming out in various other sports. I mean, I said the 76 codes of sport, and throughout the year, there's world championships taking place in different places on different types of sports codes. So we're expecting some good nominees this year. But then again, it's up to the federations to really nominate. You know, it comes. You asked what are the challenges. Over the couple of years, we've had to go and beg federations to come and please nominate. We know you've got good athletes. Athletes have performed and excelled well throughout the year. Please nominate them. And it seems that some of the administrators would rather nominate themselves than nominate the athlete. So when they nominate the athlete, they put a little information. When they nominate themselves, there's a whole lot of information in it.
Finally, you mentioned that the nominations are open to the public.
Yeah.
What categories are they eligible to vote for, and how can they go and vote?
Well, look, in total there's 18 categories. Out of the 18 categories, 3 of them would give the public a chance to vote via an SMS. The 3 would be Sports Program of the Year. Who knows, Dlala Mzansi could be one of them. So it would be that. It would be the Sports Personality of the Year. So there's 3 of these, and the Sports Fan of the Year. So those are the 3 nominations that the public would have a chance via SMS to have their say and who takes away the award at the end of the.
And there's a website available for them to download the forms?
100%. The website is gautengsportsawards.co.za. Go on there, pull off the information, nomination form, fill it out, send it through as quick as possible. We've got a couple of days left. 8th of August, we close nominations. And then we sit down for adjudication around about the 18th, 19th of August. And then we move towards the 1st of October, where we have the awards.
Yaseen, thank you very much for taking the time to join us here on the show today. And all the best with the preparations. And hopefully the federations will respond to your call.
We hope we get a bulk of nominations this year, a hell of a lot of them. And thanks for allowing me to come on the show and do a small presentation about the sports awards. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Now, Secretary of Gauteng Sports, Yaseen Lombard, chats to us about the 2017 Gauteng Sports Awards nominations. After the break, Malwandle catches up with Upra Opantuping, who runs a tennis academy training youngsters here in Soweto. Ubuye nathi.